looked at my kingdom. I was finally there to sit on my throne of the Grim Captain of Bel Air. So in case you haven't seen this card, it's in the Sleepers video. I've been talking about it all season. It's this thing, you pay 2 and you mill 2 cards. It's an artifact. Tap it to mill 2. But you can craft it with a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire. 4 mana. You have to have a different instance of each creature type. No one creature with changeling doesn't do it. And you get the 7/7 legendary skeleton spirit pirate with menace, trample, lifelink, and hexproof. Whenever the Grim Captain attacks, each opponent sacks a non-land permanent. That's pretty good. Then you may put an exiled creature card used to craft the captain onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. Ridiculous. But how we're starting things off with the throne here is we need a couple of 1-drops. Maybe to play 1-drops, I really had to jam in some pain lands, and we'll see how that ends up working out for us tonight. But I like Sinate Scout in this deck. We can explore a creature type thing into our graveyard, and then obviously this can just block and die or something. Who cares? Also gets us our land drops sometimes. A 1/1 for 1 that draws a card is phenomenal. So yeah, we'll play this card. Valdaran Epicure. This not only goes to the graveyard as a vampire pretty easily, but we can also just discard a creature type thing to the blood token. Malcolm is a cool card, man, in case you haven't seen this. A 2 mana 2/1 flash flyer that when it deals combat damage to a player, we put a counter on it, and then we draw and discard. And then if there are 4 or more counters on Malcolm, you can cast the card you discarded without paying the mana cost. You might not ever get there, you know? I don't know about casting cards for free. It'd be sweet if it happens. But what I'm more worried about is the loot on this. It's just not an embarrassing thing like by itself. And we can, of course, dump creature type fatties in the graveyard. Kitesail Larcenist, the other good pirate that I could find. It's not actually great for this deck, but we can play a removal spell without actually playing a removal spell by playing this card. So it's kind of like our Brutal Cathar. I think that's decent. Deshaun's Tidebinder, we can play a counter spell without playing a counter spell. And it's also a merfolk. I'm looking for good merfolk in this deck. So there you go. We've also got Sinate Scout, so that's 8 merfolk. We've got 8 pirates in the deck. We've already looked at all 8 of those. We've got 8 vampires. Voldaren Thrillseeker being the next one. Again, I'd really like to play like Bloodtithe Harvester instead, but Thrillseeker's still pretty sweet. We've got a couple of huge dudes in this deck, so if we got an extra mana laying around, sometimes we can just like throw the Grim Captain at them. Seems all right, you know. And also with the Grim Captain, yeah, it's got lifelink, and that works. It works the way you want it to, so that's good. Thrashing Brontodon, starting the dinosaur part of the deck here. This can go into our graveyard. Just for a mana. Seems good. It should have a target, but I think it needs to have a target as a matter of fact. But one way or the other, it can go in our graveyard pretty easily while still blowing up like pretty important card types. Pugnacious Hammerskull is just a big idiot. He's just a big guy, you know. So whether you throw him into our graveyard with Throne of the Grim Captain, or we discard him with Malcolm, or like, you know, maybe our opponent actually uses a Go for the Throat on it or something. Like, it shouldn't be too hard to get this in our graveyard. But while it's in play, it's a 6/6. It's the biggest idiot. Very valuable idiot. MVI. Most valuable idiot. Trumpeting Carnosaur is 6 mana, which actually isn't, I mean, it's a lot, but it's not like we're playing like a Tally or anything in this deck, you know? We could, though. I think that there's an argument for playing Itali and Galta and Maverin and Galta and all that stuff that has a ridiculous casting cost because, you know, we can just get it with the Grim Captain, but that assumes we attack with the Grim Captain. I want to play cards that are like pretty decent and we can actually cast them and stuff. So like I kind of topped out at Trumpeting Carnosaur here. 6 mana, 7/6 trample when an ETB's Discover 5. Sick. Just disgusting. And then we can also, for 3 mana, discard it and it deals 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker. Awesome. We just discard it and it's in our graveyard for crafting. And then we attack with the Grim Captain. This comes in as a 7/6 trample attack and we discover 5. They sack a guy or permanent or whatever the Grim Captain says. So disgusting, right? It seems like a pretty good setup. So we're going to try this, even though there's just a bunch of like creatures. It looks completely, you know, unconnected, and it is unconnected for what it's worth. Not a whole lot of removal or interaction, but like we do what we can when we can. You know, we're drawing some cards here and there too. We're trying. Oh, it's CGB, everybody. Okay, well, we go first. That's good. That makes sense. He never gets to go first. All right, this is not a good hand. It is nothing but 3s, man. This is garbage until forever. So, first time tonight, I think I might actually throw a hand back, but it's not a bad hand. This isn't a bad hand. This is slightly better, though. No green. I don't love that. Let's throw back a Lansky, maybe. Maybe. I think statistically that's technically the best thing to throw back. I should have just thrown back the coast, though, right? Should have just thrown back the coast. Yeah, we'll coast this turn. I want to get this captain down. Playing blue. Spyglass Siren turn 1. That's a good card, but... Oh, I should have just played the Epicure, because we did get an untapped land. Throne coming down, baby. In the turn. Covert Go blue over there on the other side of the table. Ooh, it's red-blue. Okay. Covert Go is it. Staunch Crewmate. We're playing Pirates. We're playing Pirates. This is a fantastic card, by the way. Just want to hammer that home. Staunch Crewmate is ridiculous. I think it's just a better Silvergill Adept. Really saying something. Let's mill ourselves too. Take a point from the Spyglass Siren. There is a Merfolk in our yard. Here comes Stormcarp Coast. Pugnacious Hammer-Skull? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't think I have to worry about binding the tide just yet. You're going to get breaches this turn. They're going to pull their breaches down. Here he comes. For power you control attacks, they get a treasure token this turn. And a guy can't block. So actually, that's a really good combo, isn't it? Yep, we're taking 3 and they get a treasure. Cool setup. Cool setup, breaches. Now, let's throne a couple cards in the yard. All right, a pirate and a vampire. Pirate, vampire, merfolk, dino. So, oh my god, let's go. Let's go. I guess you could say let's go blue. Turn 4? Is it really? Are we doing this on turn 4? Okay. All right. Sweet. Oh, man. First time that's happened all night, and that just proves that it can happen. However, we can still easily die. Do not think that we can't die, because we absolutely can. Oh, man. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's classic, baby. That's really nice. They have a bunch of mana, though. They have 4 and a map, so they haven't played a land yet, either. It feels pretty good, dude. What are you going to do? I did not expect to find myself in this situation. Here comes Saheeli. I didn't expect that either. Huh. Okay. Why Saheeli, huh? Scry 1, tap an untapped artifact. There are artifacts in this deck. Create 2 blah blah blahs, and then blah blah blah. And then you get an emblem with what? Artifact creature you control get +1/+1. Artifact spells cost 1. So just gonna tap her map token down. Draw. I'm assuming. Okay, scry to the top. Tap map draw. Come in. Treasure. Bang. So we go to 15. They have their 2 blockers. Do we need 5 mana this turn? Not technically. We can Ottawa the Breaches back to their hand. And then they can't block. We kill their Saheeli. That seems good. And still Voldar and Epicure. Do we need to counter a trigger? Not necessarily. We could counter a Saheeli trigger next turn, but I don't think that's amazing. Let's just target the Breaches. Like so. Left yourself unprotected, Covet Go Blue. Let's play the Copperline Gorge. Gideon. What's under you? A Pugnacious Hammer-Skull. Yeah. So I can't attack you. You do have 2 treasures. So let's see what happens. You sack a map just now? Could also Thrill Seeker, and I have a mana left. It's Hammer Skull, though. It's Hammer Skull. Yeah, Fading Hope the Skull. Okay. Bang. 13, we go to 22. Epicure comes down. They still have their Saheeli this turn, though. I don't love that. Mana means we can do everything next turn. That's good. He's like, what else is down here? We're making it as hard as we can for Dan over there. Breaches, yep. A lot of mana to do that again. Here they come. Treasure, and do you care if something can't block? I imagine that's the thing you do. No, they want the card. Make Disappear is what they can play. We will absolutely block the crewmate. Saheeli does what? Probably just makes 2 blockers. Does have tramps, though. Does have tramps. What I'd really like to be able to do is fizzle the Breaches trigger. I think that'd be fun. Staunch crewmate again. Just a better Silvergill Adept, man. Ooh, a Kite Sail Larcenist. That's cool. Might do something against the Hammer Skull or whatever.
Of course I can improve on ancient designs.
Might also do something against our Tidebinder, interestingly. Yeah, Dinosaur, just so we can cast giant dinosaurs with no counter spells. I guess we get in at the Saheeli. No. If we get Thrill Seeker, we have a chance. Let's go for it. Huh! Bang, bang. Sacrifice Cap'n. Are you dead? Oh my god! Woo! Okay, turn 4, Grim Captain against the best, the one in best of one, baby. If you needed any sort of proof that this deck might be able to do something, I think that's just a tiny shred. Can you give me a tiny shred of proof? Can you? Can you do that? Man, he did everything at the beginning of the game with his Pirates deck. He was doing awesome stuff. We actually did it. Am I the best in best of one now? I always was. Let's. Opponent goes first up against Swayze here. This is a bunch of 3-drops. But Dinosaur, Vampire, Merfolk, Pirate. Like, we have all of them in our hands, so I'm going to try it. It's probably not a great idea, but we're going to try it. We have removal spells. We have counter spells. You know. What do we name here? Pirate, probably. I don't know. Dino, so we can get down this Thrashing Bronodon. What did you do? What did you name? Vampire? So we're just playing vampires against Swayze over here. Let's Copperline Gorge and do Malcolm. We drew something we could play and I didn't even know. Get in the game, Dev. Alright, so opponent's turn 3. Vampire off of a Secluded Courtyard. That's pretty cool. Got 2 Cavern of Souls in the format right now. Checking out this Malcolm. You just gonna like cut it down or something? No, you're gonna come in. Something tells me I shouldn't do this. I should just like force him to use removal on the Malcolm. I'm gonna go for it. Let's block up, stock up. See how they get Bach up. Nothing? Okay. Ooh, and we drew a throne, baby. What you gonna do, baby? Alright, Dinosaur, yeah, because we can cast the Brontodon. I really think that's the way to go. Is it time for Throne yet? When we could just cast a Brontodon instead, I think it's just better, you know? Maybe they'll go for the Throated. I bet they go for the Throated. That's a vampire card. When you think about it, thematically, flavor-wise. Alright, so they sack a blood. Ooh, they drop a Bloodletter of Aklataz in there. Aklazats? Yeah. Tapped land. So we are Grixis. We're Grixin over there. Nothing. Okay. So, are you running like a make disappear? Like anything I should be worried about, you know? I guess we get down Throne this turn. I guess this is the turn we do it? Sure. Should have attacked first, but you know. Whatevs, man. I'm living life dangerously. Let's swing in. What you got, Swayze? Taking 3? That's what I thought. Alright, so let's end the turn. Cycle to Xander's Lounge. That would have been fun to counter with a Tidebinder. No. And I get a 3/3. Alright, 5 mana is a lot. Pass turn, and again. Alright, sweet. Let's mill 2 cards. Merfolk. Merfolk? Yeah, we got Merfolk and a Pirate. Our turn. We need Vampire Dinosaur. Still haven't drawn a dinosaur, so let's get in. Or, not dinosaur. I guess all we really need is Vamp, right? So... Ooh, we're gonna play Evelyn. Ooh, okay, so... I can Tidebinder that. Should I? Maybe. No. You don't get your awesome thing that Evelyn does where you kind of like draw 2 cards or whatever it is. Okay, so I have a dinosaur. I have to keep remembering that. I have a dinosaur. So, just get this Epicure in the yard and we are good to go. So, here's an Epicure. Make a blood. Sega. Alright. Am I correct? Am I stupid? Am I a big idiot? Merfolk, Pirate, Vampire, Dino. Okay, so we can craft it. We can craft next turn, man. Here comes Roaming Throne. Okay. Throne. Throne? It's not a word. How are they going to deal with this? Alright, they cut down the Tidebinder. Fine. Pass. Coming in with Evelyn. I guess we might as well block. It's going to craft next turn anyway, right? Should I mill myself? Maybe I'll mill Trumpeting Carnosaur, so yes. Is the answer. Boom! Nice, we got a Carnosaur in there. Let's go! Ooh, let's get to crafting, baby. We're gonna craft and we're gonna start an Etsy account. All this crafting. Let's you. No, actually not you. Let's go in our yard. You, and you. Yes. All right. Actually, do I want the Explorer? No. No, I'll just take the 3/2. Wow. Choose attackers. No attacks. All right. So, do you have a Sheoldred's Edict? Do you have it? Do you have an Olivia? That'd be kind of sick. Here comes a Bloodletter. Lead and Blood. Exile the top card. They got a cut down. Thrashing Brontodon. Okay. Let's maybe Kitesail Larcenist that. I guess maybe we want to have the mana open for Thrill Seeker. Okay. So. What do I not have? I don't have enough blue. So. I think we should Larcenist though. They have cut down. So this isn't going to work the way I want it to. Well, let's make the Blood a treasure. Okay, let's make the Blood a treasure. And let's target the Bloodletter for now. For now. Okay. And then let's Larcenist again. Target nothing on our side, and then target the Evelyn. Still going to be a bit of an issue, though. Alright, they're going to cut down which larcenist? The one that targeted Evelyn? Yes, okay. So... I should attack with you, Grim Captain. They have to block it with Menace. It's going to lifelink for us. And we're going to get a Carnosaur out of the deal. All sounds decent. They will sack the treasure. That's interesting. They can't cut down, though, because has ward. Is this... Really? The 2 times we've discovered 5, we've gotten a 1-drop. That's maybe a sign we shouldn't play so many 1-drops in this deck. Actually. Bam! Wow, they go to 1. Alright, well, if we survive this turn, Thrill Seeker just wins the game, so... Cool. Here comes Preacher of the Schism. That's a sweet card. See what they get. That's a lot of, effectively, cards drawn, you know. Roaming Throne again. Damn. Alright, it doesn't really matter what they get off of this, because they're tapped out. And our turn. Sweet. Alright, they good game us. We're going to get down Thrill Seeker. It's Carnosaur. Throw it at their head again. We've won 2 games that way. I just don't want to give up the captain. I want the captain to stay out, you know? It's a good dude. Woo, man. Alright, we did it. We go first. It's MTG Hillbilly over there. This is the, I believe, first time we've been able to go first. Let's see how that works out for us. We can Epicure into Throne, which is good news. I do think that the deck needs fewer 1-drops, though. Discovering into 1-drops over and over has been a real issue. I gotta tell you. So this is legendary. It sucks that we drew 2 of them. I guess we can discard it if we have to with Malcolm. Well, let's get in with the Epicure. Throw down the Malcolm. I think it's just better to play a creature if you can. Say that after last game, but I'm not sure anything would have been that different last game if we'd have played the Throne early. Stormcarved Coast. Get in. Bang, bang. Draw, discard. Okay, so that's a Pugnacious Hammer Skull. Sweet. Very, very cool. I guess I'll discard the Epicure. I mean, I could discard a Throne here. Maybe I should. I just don't want to discard a Throne and then, like, you know, they get rid of our 1 Throne. So, but this is the technically correct thing to do. So let's play Throne, discard Throne, then play Throne, then play Epicure. That puts them at 14 already in the turn. They're playing like Vamps, I think, so I don't think they're going to have a way to get rid of the Throne. They cut down our Malcolm main phase. So that's a vampire and a pirate. So Phyrexian. Did you name Phyrexian? Phyrexian and vampire. Okay. So we got a Malcolm. That's a pirate. Let's mill ourselves 2 lands. Come on. Come on, Throne. You can do better than that. Yeah, let's Copperline Gorge. Get in. Put him at 12. Hammer Skull. In the turn. See what they can do about that. So at this point, they're just going to lose to creatures attacking them, you know? But they can start playing really good stuff now. Yeah, I thought when you name Phyrexian, I thought maybe you had Shieldred. I knowed it. Let's mill 2. All right, dinosaur in there. Dinosaur, pirate, vampire. We need a merfolk badly. But instead we get a land. Let's take 2 from Shelly. Let's try and get it by milling first. Nope. Pirate, though. Alright, Cascade, and I will chance drawing and discarding a card here. I want to see what it is. It's a Malcolm. Okay. Yeah, sure. Shieldred's card. Malcolm comes down. Swing with Hammer. We don't control another Dinos, so it's going to get a stun counter. And they'll probably, yeah, they go to 6, but they really go to 8 after they draw. Not going to be doing any swinging, I don't think, with the Shelly. They might. Kill the Malcolm with a Gopher. Come on, man. Come on. Blood Tithe Harvester, that's all their mana. Am I missing a Merfolk in here? Am I missing that there is a Merfolk? No, it appears I am not. Alright, let's draw. Lands! Come on, man. Come on, deck. What are you doing to me? It's mill 2. It's never going to give us a Merfolk, man. 8 in the deck. How many cards are we through here? Yeah, we're 38 cards left in the deck. We're almost halfway through and have not drawn any of the 8 Merfolk to the best of my knowledge. That's great. We go to 10. Oh my god, why are we at 10? Okay. Just absolutely silly. Absolutely silly. No attacks, in turn. I go to 9. Absolutely silly. Corpse Appraiser comes down. Okay. That sucks. That sucks. Because they're going to take away an important creature type, I assume. Unless we have 2 of everything at this point, right? Carnosaur. Is there another one in here somewhere? I would really like another one. Nope. Is that the only dino in our yard? Because I really wouldn't... Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? That's crazy. There's 37 cards left, and we've only hit, like, vampires. That's like it. Here they come with Harvester. Let's Carnosaur that away. Now we have another one in our yard. So there's that. Draw the card. It's a Larcenist. That's pretty good. Mill 2. Merfolk. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god. Okay, so do you think they have Sheldred's Edict? Do you think they have it? I don't know, man. Is Larcenist better? Probably not. They just cut down the Larcenist, you know? Alright, so let's get one of everything here. We got a Merfolk, we got a Dino, we got a Vampire, we got a Pirate. And this is the one we want? Yes, absolutely. Come on, Captain. You gotta take down Shelly. You can do it. All they have to do is not have Sheldred's Edict. Good to go. Alright, well... They're going to blood. For some reason they think I can attack with it this turn. I cannot. Swing in. We don't have another dinosaur, so... You gonna take the block? You probably should. Yeah, they do it. So, they're at 10, 12. We're at 8. Sheldred, man. What an amazing Magic card. It really is. Alright, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Guess we Larcenist the Sheldred first next turn, if everything is the same as it is right now. Bitter Triumph, the Hammer Skull, they discard a Cavern to do that. Good removal spell. Did kind of 2 for 1 themselves, but they weren't using the Cavern. It's not a big of a deal. Good game so far. Bitter Triumph. Number 2. Okay. We go to 6. Let's try and Larcenist this Sheldred and see what happens. No. Nothing of ours. And Shelly. And let's just get in with the Cap'n. They good game us. Oh my god, it's satisfying. Let's drop in Carnosaur. We'll tell them good game. We get a Larcenist off this. I'm actually going to target my own Voldaren Epicure here. Put him at -5. And then I have the mana to cast Pugnacious Hammerskull. Which is what I was up to there. Woo! Okay, man. Oh, that was a good game. That was a good game. That was a good one. Oh, my goodness, baby. So, Grim Captain, dude, if they can't do anything about him, like, he really is just unbeatable. Every game that we get him, we are just stomping nuts. There are things to fuss about with this hand, but not a whole lot of things. So, let's keep it. Let's refit. And see what Bramoran VIP is bringing to the table. We should get some sleeves. Or something. Everybody else has fancy sleeves, and they actually spent their, like, 500,000 gems that Wizards gives you for the account. Hey, it's a Sinate Scout. I think Malcolm's probably the best play here. Although, I'm gonna go ahead and get thrown down, dude. Just under counter spells, I know I can have it. Sure. Sure, man. At least if you counter all my creatures, like, they go to the yard, you know? So, you can use them later. Let's see what this Dimir deck is cooking up. Oh, they named God and play the Ancient one. They named God with Cavern. So it's fight rigging. My bet is that it's fight rigging. Let's mill ourselves. 2 lands. It sure does do that a lot. Maybe I should decrease the land count by like 2 or something. But that kind of seems wrong. Okay, so Beseiju, I shouldn't play my land drop this turn, should I? Should I? I should just wait and see if they play fight rigging and then Beseiju it away. That's a choice, baby. That is a really difficult choice. I can double spell and just keep doing my game plan this turn, or I can kill their fight rigging, which is what I think we want to do. Honestly, I think we want to do that. Let's try the slow roll, just like mill ourselves every turn with Throne and interact with them when we can. If we don't draw another land next turn, it's going to hurt. I'll say that. So we want a Larcenist something, you know? Maybe that was the other play. It was just a Larcenist, the Ancient one, you know? It is a fight rigging. It is, in fact, that card. Get out of here. Wait. Should I wait? Should I actually wait? At the beginning of combat, so... Yeah, I have to actually pass into combat. I still have a chance to besiege you after they hide away, right? I think. It does hit enchants. Bang. Alright. I'll take that all day, son. Alright, pass, in turn, I would assume. Yeah, alright. So let's mill ourselves a land, which we need. It's not a land. We didn't get a land, but we did get a Sinate Scout. So let's try and get our land drop off that. We don't, but we do get to put a Carnosaur in the yard. That's kind of fine. Epicure. Let's auto pay that. Sucks. What all's in here? Wow, 4 lands. A vampire and a dinosaur. We have a merfolk in play and a pirate in our hands. So, still need a bunch of lands though. Still need 2 lands. It's gonna be really difficult. If you have another fight rigging, I bet you do, right? I bet you do. No, they're just going to use the Ancient One's ability and then mill themselves a billion cards. Right? Yeah, they're going to mill themselves 7, so Ancient One can almost certainly attack next turn unless they hit a bunch of spells or something. What's your descend count? Can I just look at you and see what your descend count is? 6 out of 8. Alright, so pass, tap. They'll probably be able to do it next turn, though. Vampire in the yard. That's cool. It's a good one, too. Alright, we gotta get these lands, though. We're just not getting these lands. Makes me almost want to not play Malcolm, but we gotta get a pirate out. Plus, I guess he'll technically help us draw the lands, I guess. You cannot attack or block. Yes, okay. Swing with Scout. In the turn. Man. Bunch of lands in our graveyard. That hurts. I wish Blanchwood Prowler had an important creature type. They spend all of their mana again doing Ancient One stuff. So they just really want to get him online, man. What is this? Hit the Mother? You're playing Hit the Mother Load in your deck, huh? I guess because you're playing Fight Rigging. You're going to have me? 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 Well, okay. I guess they did just pitch a land or something, so... Now what? 7 out of 8, right? Yeah, God, that sucks. Well, they name God and then tell us it's our go. So let's mill 2. Land Throne. Okay, Cavern of Souls. What do we name? What do we name? Pirate. That's what's in our hand, mostly. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. And then we can Larcenous this away, which is the thing to do. Do I want another mana? Yes, yes, we do want another mana. And then hit this. Oh, that's great, actually. That's really, really good. Hey, did I just notice that's really awesome? Let's, swing with just these guys. Put him at 10. Malcolm triggers. We draw Vamp. That's something. Kind of want to keep this throne. Let's throw Larcenist in. Right, because there's not one in there already. And if they play a creature, then we can just, yeah. Yes. The deck requires less thinking than I make it look like it requires. Alright, they named Dinosaur on this cavern. And play a tally? Oh, man, I love it. Okay. Okay. That hurts. Tally's really good. Makes me wish that we'd have kept the Larcenist, right? Oh, they play Larcenist. Hilarious. All right. And Imadane's Recruiter. What a hit. What a sick hit, dude. Nice, Bramoran. Let me get Bramora that, you know? It's terrible. Yeah, yeah. You can't do it because it has ward. You probably should hit the Malcolm. Yes, that's what they do. Okay. Our turn. It's weird they got these two guys. They didn't want to swing with haste. Huh. Interesting. Alright, let's mill ourselves. Sure. Malcolm and a land. Alright, well. Craft. Craft them up. Alright, let's auto pay. Alright, Dinosaur, Merfolk, Pirate, Vampire. Pirate. Dinosaur. Vampire. And Merfolk. And I can play the Sinite Scout with our Malcolm mana. The Malcolm money. Pugnacious Hammerskull on top? I'm gonna keep you. No, I'm not. I think I want untapped land next turn, really. No attacks. Okay. See if we can make it work. I guess they can just recruit her this turn or something. They get a Hammer Skull. Okay. Okay. Huh. One card in their hand. Sego. Okay. So, Mountain. There's our untapped land. Let's go back up 2 on the Cap'n. And get to scrapping. Yeah, sure. So they sack one of their tokens. We're gonna get a Carnosaur. Should I have gotten a Larcenist? Was that actually the better thing to do? We get a Malcolm for free. Off the Carney. Carney Wilson. Yeah, they double block. They have to, but I figured they'd take exactly this double dinosaur double block here. Okay, let's see what they do, actually. Alright, yeah, that's the actual block you take right there, buddy. There you go, buddy. Alright, so do it like that and do it like that. But we are still king of the value here. Yeah, maybe I should have put backup on something else. Wait, would they be dead? No, they'd be at 1. They'd be at 1 if I had sacked it. But then, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. They're going to scoop anyway. That's exactly why I said none of this matters. Is because we still got to be king value. You know what I mean? Like, we still ended up with more creatures on the table. We have cards in our hand. Like, we'll be okay. You know what I mean? So I wasn't too worried about it. I feel like if we'd have sacrificed the boy, the captain, and put them at a lower life total there, they'd still have a tally. I don't love that, but I guess we're at 25. They'd be at like 1, and we could just sacrifice Thrill Seeker and they die. Like, we probably should have just sacked it, but I had other ideas, so. We are just like mowing down fools with this deck, man. Thanks for the 100 bits, Mortis Bard. That's your first time chat. So this actually did like way better than I thought it was going to do. I did not think we were going to win as many games as we did. I think we were either 50-50 or 1 game above 500 in those games. We were mostly playing against like early access, you know, typal decks, pirates and angels and vampires and stuff. So do take it with an enormous grain of salt and pepper and garlic powder. So, you know, a little bit of onion powder, maybe some allspice. You're cooking up a nice little steak there. But I think there's still something to it. Like on turn 4, we were able to get it off 1 game, but 1 game out of what, like 8? It's not a very good rate. Let me show everyone the deck. Again, my head's in the way. I have a problem with that. Sorry. I think you could come down at least 1 or 2 lands in this deck. You'd probably have a hard time like casting Carnosaurs and stuff then, but note that this is the only thing above 3 mana in the deck. Only thing that costs 4 is actually activating Throne. So, there is an argument for this being a tally. This card here being a tally instead of Trumpeting Carnosaur. Because we didn't use the removal mode too often tonight. I think once or twice. And it was fine when we got to use it, but it's one of the good things about this deck is that like this is a removal spell, Larcenist is a removal spell, Tashana's Tidebinder is a counter spell. We used it a couple times tonight. So the Fadar Thrill Seeker is a removal spell, and just like really, this was the one, man. Fadar Thrill Seeker was so good tonight. It won like half the games we won or more. It won more than half the games we won. Not much for Thrashy B to do, but I don't know, dude. I think I would play 4 Hammer Skulls instead of 2 Brontodons. And if you play best of 3, you just put the Brontodons in the sideboard.